Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. Sorry, my machine was just freezing there. Everything's frozen. Facebook's frozen, YouTube's frozen. Anyway, I think we're up and running. So thank you for joining me. This is a daily tarot for Monday, the 2nd of November. I've just put a weekly one up for this week. So head over and have a look at that. And let's see what we've got for Monday, 2nd of November. Major Arcana reading. Oh, I've got a new microphone, by the way. Let me know if you think it's better. I think it's better. It's got a clearer sound, which one would kind of hope for, really wouldn't one? And yeah, there we go. Let's see what we've got. Hold on, I'm going to do a serious shuffle. Some familiar faces here. Some familiar faces. Oh man. Right. Okay. 5 cards. Only one of which is in the upright. Thankfully, that one in the upright is Temperance. Then we've got Strength in the reverse, World in the reverse, Star in the reverse. This turned up in the one for the whole week. And High Priestess in reverse. So there's an awful lot of reverse discombobulation. When the Strength card is in the reverse, there is a failure or a lack of willingness or a refusal to control the inner rampant toddler that exists within all of us. There's a kind of glorifying in the rampaging of I want, and I want now. It's a tantrum. Okay, it's a tantrum, because that's what this lion does in a sense. It destroys the peace of the town by having just a bloody great great big tantrum. So there's a tantrum, a rampage, a glorious rampage of dreadfulness, very immature, as I say, very I want, and if I don't get, I am going to just destroy everything. Because that's what happens in toddlers, in the id. If we're going to go Jungian, I think it's Jung or Freud. Anyway, the id, that bit right down in the guts that just wants what it wants. And I mean, the toddler, when it doesn't get what it wants, when it is told no, which is basically what this card is about, it truly wants to destroy everything and everyone. Destructive energy, but not kind of clever ha kind of destructive energy, just ridiculous tantrum energy. Okay, we also have the World in reverse. So there's no end to it. There's no end to it. Wherever you look, this is what we're going to see. Great. But, okay, it's not over. It's not over till it's over. Now, Star in reverse came into the reading for the whole week. And I was speaking there about the sense of vulnerability, perhaps even fear. But here I think it's more to do with hopelessness. I'm sorry, this is so miserable, but don't worry. Oh, don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah, a sense of sort of desperation. The word desperate actually means hopeless. It's from the French, which roots back into the Latin, which roots back into the Sanskrit. Désespéré, without hope, or de-hoped. Okay, desperate. That's what I'm getting from the star in reverse here, and very sad to see this this lack of wisdom here depicted in the High Priestess in reverse. But I think there's something else going on with this. It's deliberate. It's deliberate. Yeah, I think really Strength in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse. There is, yeah, a glorifying in just trashing stuff. There's a trashing energy here. And those who are doing it are just loving it. Loving it. And it is quite dark, I have to say. It is quite dark. High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse says an absence, again, an absence or a refusal or a rejection of wisdom. And there is also narcissism. And I mean, in a sense, is very, very linked with Strength in the reverse here, because there is little more narcissistic than an angry toddler. Because it's all about them. It's all about them. This is what I'm seeing very, very clearly on the table. However, the first card out, and a timely comfort to us all, only card in the upright thus far, Temperance. So whatever is going on here is temporary, and is actually, funnily enough, tempered. When something is tempered, it's mediated through something else that brings the temperature down, kind of separates warring factions or separates conflicting parties, and brings a respite. First card out, as I say, very, very glad to see it there. Only card in the upright. What a day. It's going to be a hell of a day. So the more equanimity, which is also temperance incarnate, the more equanimity with which you can meet this day, the better. For you and for everyone. This too shall pass. That's what she says. This too shall pass. And it's the cosmic universal rhythm of stuff that isn't there, stuff that is there, and then isn't there again. And that's what we see in these vessels and in this movement. The stuff is the water, okay? And it's moving smoothly and equally from one vessel to the other. Not a drop is being spilled. There is self-control. And I mean, if that was me doing that, like, it's like some kind of martial art meditation or something. 'Tis calm. 'Tis a balm. Wonderful, wonderful. Stuff doesn't exist, then it does, and then it doesn't again. It's all moving. This too shall pass. Okay, I want to get more on that High Priestess in the reverse. Tell me more about that. Okay. Emperor in the reverse. Again. Bad dad. Malign authority. Rogue authority. Because you see, without clarifying that High Priestess in the reverse, it was just like a kind of echo or counterpart of Strength in the reverse. But now we see very clearly what it is. Now we see very clearly. Gone flipping mad. The king's gone mad, basically. And when the king is mad, the kingdom is vulnerable. Star in reverse, vulnerable. So let's get more on temperance. Where do we see it? How do we detect it? How do we kind of channel it? Because it's all very well saying, well, be philosophical, you know, just stand there and watch everything unfold. I mean, that's a good idea, but let's get a little bit more on that. Okay, the moon in the upright. So whatever we see, whatever we hear, whatever we're told, whatever we read, whatever we engage with, it's worth remembering that it might be illumination, light, information, data at one remove, second-hand, borrowed, reflected. It's not direct, it's not the sun. Okay, when it's from the sun, when the sun is there, we know what it is, but the moon is a reflection of the sun, etc., etc. So don't buy in. Basically, don't buy in, or rather, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It is not necessary to buy in. And just keeping that gap of lack of commitment, by not committing to this ridiculous child here is Strength in the reverse, by not committing to the sense that this will never end, by not buying into the fear and vulnerability, and by just keeping that gap, be in the gap between the two vessels, flow through space between those two vessels like that, because you are that liquid. We are that fluid, that water of life. That's us. That's us. And it's looking like from this that one of the key ways we can retain that flow and not get stuck, stagnant in one vessel or the other, is to remember that everything, all the data we're taking in, we have no idea which of it is from the sun, direct, and which of it is from the moon, borrowed, at one remove, second hand, and a reflection of something else. Hold on tight. Thank you for watching. Please join me again for another reading. Namaste.